Welcome back to the Ignited Faith channel. My name is Curtis, and if you're tuning in for the first time, thank you for being here. And if you've been rocking with me from the beginning, I appreciate your continued support. Today we're going to continue on with the B3 movement, and today we're going to talk about what it means to be fearless. And fear is a tool of the enemy to hold you back, to stop you from moving forward. And you guys just ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What am I fearing so much that I'm not moving forward in this walk? Why am I not walking in faith? Why am I not walking in boldness? And for whatever reason, I'm not judging. I've had fear in my lifetime, so there's nothing, to be, feel kind of like convicted about being afraid. Fear is a natural thing. Fear is something that, we all go through, and I'm not, condemning anyone for that. But, just sit back and ask yourself, why am I afraid of that thing? Why am I afraid of speaking in public? Why am I afraid of talking about Jesus? Why am I afraid of praying in my workplace? Why am I afraid of reading my Bible, at school or wherever you find yourself? But Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you." So let's break it down. Let's break down fear for the next couple of minutes, and let's flesh this out, and let's overcome this together. So, again, for those of you who don't know, I have a terrible memory, and I know I should definitely not say it about myself, but I definitely do, because I have so many things going through my mind. I have so many things that I'm focused on, so many avenues that I'm trying to walk down at one time, that I do have notes. So don't judge me that I don't always stare at the camera, and don't judge me that I don't always look at the lens, because I definitely find myself looking at myself, and it makes for bad video, but I'm working on it, guys. So breaking down fear. So I already covered this at the beginning, but fear is an enemy as a weapon of the enemy. And what is the point of fear? Fear is to hold us in place and keep us stagnant. For those of you who don't know about me, I live right next to a pond, and pond is stagnant water. And when stagnant water, doesn't move, when water is not moving, water is not being continually flushed and refilled like in a river or lake or a stream or whatever, from a source, or it doesn't have a way to filter itself out, it sits. And when it sits, it starts to stink. And the swamp down from my house smells terrible. And that's kind of what happens when we don't, walk in faith. When we look at ourselves in the mirror, we start to stagnate against ourselves. We start to hold ourselves accountable, like, oh my gosh, you coward, I can't believe you didn't say anything. And I'm guilty of this. Last summer when we went out evangelizing, I didn't do a lot of talking. I was scared to talk. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know what I was supposed to say. Not that I wasn't trusting God for the word. It's just to get that conversation started, and to not, cause a problem or cause a scene, because that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to talk about Jesus, and that's going to change this summer. I'm not going to have a care in the world. Me and God have been talking about my evangelism, and it's terrible, and we're going to fix it this summer. But to go out and to not be afraid, it takes an attitude of faith. It takes a step in a walk of faith. And we talked about walking in boldness. So if you didn't catch last week's video, go back and check it out. But the second point that I want to bring up is that faith and fear cannot coexist. They do not mesh well together. Fear and faith are like oil and water. Whichever one sits on the top, whichever one sits on the bottom, that's irrelevant, but they're like, you can't mix them. And if you try and mix them, they just separate again. So I'm encouraging you guys, when that fear sets in, think about your faith. Press in your faith, move in faith, regardless. Take a step forward, take that small step forward. But I want to encourage you guys this week to identify a fear, identify something that keeps you from moving forward. And the faith isn't just going to church. Faith can be about, moving forward in your job, moving forward in your path of life, whatever that might be. What is holding you back, and what are you going to do about it now that you understand that fear is a weapon of the enemy, and it's not just natural human response. It is a spiritual weapon that is being pushed against us. So I want to encourage you guys this week. Identify fear and get rid of that thing. Move in faith. Stab it with a faith, a faith sword, a faith arrow, whatever weapon you choose to, wield against it. I don't care, but get rid of it, cut it out, and press into God and see what He wants to do with you. But yeah, fearless, baby. It's supposed to be fearless. But I was, what am I doing? But anyways, yeah, lost my train of thought. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this like little 5-minute video. I just want to encourage you guys that if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with future posts and notifications. Drop a comment down below. Did you overcome your fear this week? I want to know. I'll let you guys know if I overcome my fear this week. I overcome my fear every week, but be encouraged by that. I'm not bragging on that, but be encouraged by that. Like there's days in a week that I've experienced fear all the time. It's not that I'm some kind of superhuman that doesn't experience fear. I experience fear just like everybody else. I just choose not to let it run my life. I run my life by faith. I run on faith. I walk by faith, and I want to encourage you guys to do the same. So, catch you in the next one. Love y'all.